If you smell popcorn when there is none around, go to the hospital as soon as possible. Facts that could save your life one day. When getting in an Uber, never ask, "Are you my Uber?" Ask who they are picking up. Your phone is probably being spied on. To find out, click the arrow in the bottom right, then slide to the right and select the More option. If there is a blue Acorn app, delete it immediately. If you get lost while hiking, stay where you are. It is easier to find someone who is standing still rather than moving. When you write "stun" like this with square brackets, an emoji will appear. If it doesn't appear, your phone is probably fake. If someone breaks into your house, turn the lights off. You know your house better than the intruder. If you ever cough up brown mucus, run to the hospital. There is a good chance you have internal bleeding. If you ever encounter a shark in the ocean, hit it in its eyes and nose, as those are their weak points. If you ever find yourself being followed while walking alone, take a few random turns. If the person follows more than twice, get to a crowded place or call for help. If you're stuck in a riptide at the beach, don't swim against it. Swim parallel to the shore until you're out. If you ever get lost in the wilderness, follow a stream or river downhill. Most lead to larger bodies of water or civilization. If you smell something sweet and unusual in your house, it could be a gas leak. Leave immediately and call for help. If you're in a falling elevator, lie flat on your back to distribute the impact. If a stranger ever tries to force you into a vehicle, fight as hard as you can. Your chances of survival drop significantly once you're inside. If your car ever goes underwater, don't waste time trying to open the door. Roll down the window and escape before the pressure builds. If you're choking and alone, use the back of a chair or a firm object to perform the Heimlich maneuver on yourself. If you see someone acting strangely in public, trust your instincts. Avoiding danger is always better than reacting to it. If a tornado is near and there's no shelter, lie flat in a ditch and cover your head. Never stay under a bridge. If you ever feel like you're being watched, change your route and stay in well-lit areas. Knowing these simple facts could one day save your life. If you ever wake up to the smell of smoke, check the door handle before opening it. If it's hot, there's fire on the other side. If a stranger ever approaches your car while you're inside, lock the doors immediately and start driving. If you find yourself in deep water and struggling to stay afloat, take a deep breath, lean back, and float on your back to conserve energy. If you ever get caught in a stampede, stay on your feet, move with the crowd, and keep your arms up to protect your chest. If you're in a car accident and stuck in your seatbelt, use the metal prongs of the headrest to break the window. If you ever feel dizzy and lightheaded, sit down immediately to avoid fainting and injuring yourself. If someone collapses and isn't breathing, performing CPR immediately can double their chances of survival. If you suspect someone is following you, enter a store or a public place and alert an employee. If you ever experience chest pain that spreads to your arms or jaw, get medical help immediately. It could be a heart attack. If you're ever lost in the wilderness, look for power lines or fences. Following them often leads to roads or towns. A little knowledge in an emergency can make all the difference.